What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we're back here with another rebuild talking about a team's free agency here in Madden 25. While it is super early in the morning as I'm recording this, so apologies if I sound like complete dog crap, but the Giants have made they signed Russell Wilson yesterday. So I almost recorded this yesterday before that happened, so thank goodness I waited because I needed to do something else. So let's go ahead and jump in and talk about what the Giants have done. Now they have Russell Wilson now as well, and Jameis Winston. Let's talk about what that pick could be at number 3 now. So let's jump in and do this Giants rebuild in Madden 25. So before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed. So you do follow that. Want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs. That would be greatly appreciated. So let's first and foremost talk about what they have done that I already have, on here. Now, of course, the big two additions, in my personal opinion, for this team, obviously re-signed Darius Slayton, but it was Javon Holland and Paulson Adebo, which maybe I hadn't, or he's a free agent, just kidding. So you already have Javon Holland on this team, and I think that is about it for the most part. I know they obviously did some other things, but I'll go ahead and take a look at the rest of free agency. Obviously, you have Tommy DeVito, and then the rest of what we need should be in free agency. Now, I don't have every single person because some of the people they signed I can't seem to find in Madden, but it's most of everybody. So here it is. So Paulson Debo, obviously, Russell Wilson, Zach Pascal, Jameis Winston, Lil Jordan Humphrey, James Hudson, and Stone Forsythe. So there is a few guys missing, like Chauncey Golston. Can't seem to find him anywhere. I don't know why, but he just doesn't exist. He's not on the Cowboys anymore, which I believe is where he was signed from. But if you sort it by alphabetical, I just don't see him in here, I don't think. So that was one that I could not find. There was another one I couldn't find either. So not sure. Maybe his name is something else. Not 100% sure. I don't think it'll affect the video that much. But regardless, these are obviously the main additions, along with Debo, Javon Holland being like the highlight, and now Russell Wilson, of course, too. So let's talk about Russell Wilson. So they signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year, $10.5 million contract, and they just signed Jameis Winston as well, like a week ago, or maybe less than a week ago. So it makes you wonder, will that third overall pick be a quarterback anymore? Because Russell Wilson got a $10.5 million deal. It's only a 1-year deal, so don't get me wrong. It's not like they committed to him long term. But with incentives to get up to 25 or something like that, which is interesting because that makes you think that Russ would be in line to start then. Because I don't think Russ would sign with the Giants if he didn't have an opportunity to start. And it doesn't mean they won't draft a quarterback, but I do think it makes it less likely now because you just filled your quarterback room up with 3 guys with DeVito, Winston, and Russell Wilson. So I'm just speculating at this point, but does that mean Shedeur Sanders to the Giants is dead? Good question. I think there's a possibility that it is. Maybe the Giants aren't enthused with Shedeur Sanders like some people think they are. Because I swear there was a report yesterday that said the Giants and Shedeur Sanders had a ton of connections, but that could be dead. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just kind of what I'm reading in between the lines, right? And, let me know if you disagree. If you're a Giants fan and you still think you guys will draft, draft Shedeur Sanders, let me know. But for whatever reason, it gives me the hunch that they won't. So we're going to head to draft night. We're going to see how the draft board falls. And I guess based off what they've done, I don't think I'm going to draft a quarterback. We're going to draft like a Travis Hunter instead. The Titans, of course, will more than likely pick Cam Moore. That's usually how it goes. And then usually the Browns take Abdul Carter. And there's a chance that the Browns take Shedeur Sanders in real life. Obviously, they have a quarterback issue as well. The Deshaun Watson experiment failed miserably. But let's see how the draft board falls. So, yes, it's Cam Ward and Abdul Carter. So this makes you wonder. Like I said, I think there's a good chance that the possibility that Shedeur is at 3 is definitely possible. But it seems as if the Giants may not want him. Potentially. I could be wrong. Maybe this is just a big smoke screen. But I think they would probably take Travis Hunter at number 3 then. Or I guess you have Will Johnson as well. Or you can take, I don't know, any of the other, like you could take Mason Graham obviously too. But you have Dexter Lawrence already. So I don't know. Maybe they take him. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and take Travis Hunter instead of driving Shedeur Sanders based off what they just did. Signing Jameis Winston this week. They brought back Tommy DeVito. And they signed Russell Wilson. So makes me think a quarterback is not in play for them anymore. I'm willing to be wrong. But honestly, it might even be better if Travis Hunter is playing corner for this team, low-key, than wide receiver. But we'll see if we can, maybe put him at corner instead. Because honestly, corner is probably our bigger issue. So pick 35. Let's see if we can get here in round 2. So Quinn Ewers is on the board. We got Ashton Jeanty, which a running back would be pretty wild. at this point. Malachi Starks, Isaiah Bond, Tyler Booker, Hampton. Definitely know we have some offensive line issues, so I don't hate the idea of that. So I think I am going to go ahead and take Tyler Booker here to bring in some more offensive line help. So Tyler Booker, welcome to the Giants. We'll take that. That should improve our O-line pretty well. And let's go to round 3 and see if we can end off there. So I know GNT was on the board, but he probably would never fall to round 2 in real life if I had to guess. So pick 67 we want to take here. So number of options we could go with. We have Kevin Winston, which I don't hate the idea of. We could take Denzel Burke, but again, I think I'm gonna move Travis Hunter to corner. I think corner for him. I think him playing corner would be much more useful for us in this one. I think I'm gonna take Kevin Winston out of Penn State though, so we'll get another strong safety in the building. So that will be our draft. So we're gonna move Travis Hunter, and then Kevin Winston will be at strong safety. So our secondary just got better. I think with Slayton, Wanda Robinson, and Malik Neighbors, we're decent at wide receiver. Don't get me wrong, Hunter and obviously Malik Neighbors would be awesome, but I do think probably in our best interest to have Travis Hunter play corner rather than wide receiver in this rebuild. So let's go take a look at the lineup for year number 1. And I think it's so weird that Madden has Brian Dable just like deleted. I don't know if Brian Dable like recently said he didn't want to be in Madden anymore, but you really can't, like, every time I do a new franchise with the Giants, an online franchise, Brian Dable's just gone for whatever reason. But Russell Wilson, Tracy, Singletary, Neighbors, Slayton, Wanda Robinson, you have Theo Johnson, and Bellinger still as well. Luminor, Runyon, Smith, and then we also have a hidden dev center that we can start right away. Booker, of course, was our second round pick. Andrew Thomas, and then Russell Wilson, of course, is starting at quarterback. So we did not draft Shador Sanders. We instead rolled with Russ and what we have now. So Travis Hunter moved to corner. So now you have a very good, actually you have a kind of a deep cornerback room with Travis Hunter, Paulson Adebo, and Drew Phillips, and then you got Banks and Fly. I know Banks hasn't been great for the Giants, but you got Winston, who's backing up now Newbin. Definitely could have went after the D-line. Probably should have. Like Tyreek Williams was on the board at one point. But we still addressed a few other things that we definitely needed. Maybe Kevin Winston in round 3 wasn't necessarily necessary, but still nice to have depth there regardless. So let's see if Russell Wilson can lead this team to the playoffs. We shall see. I have my doubts about that happening. 79 overall, 76 offense, 84 defense, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not even going to change the playbook just yet. So I just want to simply see how this Giants team does without me doing anything. And maybe, who knows, we'll be in line to draft a quarterback in this next offseason. So while it was better than last year, we still went 7-10. So obviously not great. I assume we'll probably need to go after a quarterback this offseason. Russell Wilson's not going to be the future here. But yeah, 7-10 could be exactly what the Giants do in real life. I guess it all remains to be seen. Obviously, a lot more offseason still to happen with the draft coming. So $107 million in cap space. But let's take a look at the player stats to see how it went. So offensively, we were 25th in the NFL. Okay. And then defensively, we were 8th in the NFL, which is great. So we had 25 and 21 from Russ. Not great. You had 800 yards from Tyrone Tracy, 1,000 from Wanda Robinson, 900 from Malik Neighbors. And then defensively, sacks-wise, you had 10.5 from Dexter Lawrence, 9 from Brian Burns, 5 from Thibodeau, 3.5 from McFadden, and 3.5 from Boogie Basham. 5 receptions from Travis Hunter as a rookie, 3 from Okereke, 2 from Holland, and 2 from Deontay Banks. Okay, so let's go ahead and get straight into the offseason, of course, to the re-signing stage, as it looks like the Bucks and the Bills squared off in the Super Bowl. But we got $107 million to use, so let's see who's all a free agent. So Wanda Robinson, yes, sign me up for that. So we'll give Wanda Robinson a new deal to bring him back. He's going to stick around, only 25. Thibodeau is interesting. I do think I'm going to keep him just based off having a 5-sack season. So maybe he's not the star next year, but at least depth there. Blot. Okay, so this is where we really need to consider what we want to do. So because we don't need to keep every single corner we have. We have 5 corners. There's no need. Maybe we keep like at least one of them. So Banks had maybe a bounce back season with a couple of picks. So what I'm going to do is, since Banks is locked up for another year, I'm going to go and accept his 5th-year option. Although I'm not sure that's going to be the case in real life. Micah McFadden actually went up to star dev too, which is great. So that's another star dev middle linebacker to have, who's only 26. Sign me up for that. So we'll take that. Evan Neal, we could definitely let walk. He's been horrible. And then, yeah, so we can let the rest of these guys go. We're obviously not bringing back Russell Wilson. So, yeah, let's get into free agency with $75 million. So let's see what we can do with that. And we'll take a look at the lineup before we do anything further. But this is what we're looking like. 75.6 to be exact. So maybe somebody's retired or something. But we got Booker, who is a starter right away. Tracy, So we still could use an upgrade. Ooh, Brown. Who's Logan Brown? They must have drafted a tackle that I wasn't aware of. I wasn't aware we even had Logan Brown, but he's at the star dev, so we'll take it. So that actually is a huge improvement in our O-line. So our O-line actually looks pretty decent. And we still have Jonah here sitting here. So we have a whole hidden dev, or sorry, whole star dev O-line, which isn't bad. We'll take it. So Winston and DeVito still the quarterbacks in the building. Theo Johnson, Robinson, Slayton, and Neighbors, which still feels okay. And you still have Jalen Hyatt as well. So to me, on offense, the main position of need is, you know, running back could be something we look into. How much can we save by releasing Devin Singletary if we go after a different running back this offseason? Only $1 million. It's not too crazy. So we'll leave Devin Singletary alone. So yeah, running back and then obviously quarterback. Defensively, Travis Hunter, Superstar X Factor. Brian Burns is Superstar X Factor. So, and then Dexter Lawrence, of course, is too. So clearly we need to address, we do need another middle linebacker in the building, but it's the left and the right end, obviously. So we got plenty of depth at corner, which is great. So this all looks really good, but a middle linebacker and also some depth, some starters at the right end and left end spot. So we'll look for that as well. So let's get into free agency and see if we can find that stuff. So here are the offers we're making in free agency. We're funny enough going after Derrick Henry on a 1-year contract to bring him in to be our new running back. Deontay Wyatt, hopefully, Malik Harrison, and Josh Uche. So really hoping to land Deontay Wyatt here. I think he'd be a really good addition. We can move him to one of the end spots, Malik Harrison and Derrick Henry. So these are the 4 offers. Now, funny enough, Brock Purdy is here and so is Mark Andrews, but I think I'm going to pass. I think I'm going to just draft a quarterback instead. That way we are not paying Brock Purdy a ton of money. So let's see what we got. So we get Deontay Wyatt, all these guys assigned. So Deontay Wyatt's actually still thinking about his options. We get the other 3, so that's great. But we're obviously Deontay Wyatt's like, yeah, we're not really at the top of his priority list right now. So I'm going to increase the offer. But the reason why I'm doing this is because he's literally a superstar dev D tackle. So hoping to bring him in so we can kind of complete this D. Oh, there it is. Boom. We should get him now. So we paid him. Oh, just kidding. He's not going to accept yet. But we paid him a lot of. We're still thinking about the offers after that. Okay, well, let's go see if he signs next week, and then we'll figure it out from there. So if he signs there, and then we can maybe look at the idea of, well, we need to see what pick we have, because we may not be in a range to draft a quarterback. Maybe we got to trade for a quarterback, which would be fine too. So did he sign? I have no idea. I'd have to look. So no, he didn't, did he? So he went somewhere else. So that's kind of irritating, but all good. So we don't get, unfortunately, what we wanted in Deontay Wyatt, but what can you do? Nothing you can do about it now. So let's head to draft night. Let's see what pick we have before we jump in. We kind of evaluate the idea of trading for something unless we just want to draft it. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the 10th overall pick and see if there's a quarterback option on the board. So Garrett Nussmeier and Nico go 1 and 2. So that definitely hurts us a little bit by being able to get a quarterback in this draft. But let's see what else we have. So we have Drew Aller, which not drafting him in round 1. We have Caleb Downs, Francis, Jair Hill, Kendrick Law. But what are our quarterback options here? So Drew Aller, Carson Beck, Lenoris Sellers, who I believe I've had in a video, and Taylor Green. Actually, I think it was Taylor Green that I had. I don't think I've ever drafted Lenoris Sellers here. I think I will, though. We're going to see what Lenoris Sellers can give us. Speed is great. Strength is elite. Throw power, great. Lenoris Sellers is going to be the new quarterback of the Giants. So he is going to be 48 in true value, drafting at 10. But obviously, we needed a quarterback. So welcome to the Giants, Lenoris Sellers. Well, yes, we could have just rolled with Jameis Winston. Wasn't really wanting to do that. Now, I really want to attack this D-line, so let's see what we got here for some. So, Parker, still sitting here, which I don't hate the idea of, or Traore. So, either one feels good, even DJ Hicks. So, there's a lot of good options here. But I think I'm going to take DJ Hicks. So, let's give ourselves some big beef up front. So DJ Hicks added next to Dexter Lawrence sounds great to me. So, we'll do that. That's going to look great. So, just like that, we love that. All right. And now for round 3, we'll see if we get lucky enough to have one of those ends fall to us. Would be awesome if one of them was still on the board. That we were going to take one of them. But Barry Alexander goes, and we still have, nope. So TJ Parker's gone. We do have this guy, though, Ed. I don't know how to say his name, but 253 pounds. You have Sony Styles as well. But I do think I'm going to take, I don't know how to say his name, but scheme fit, speed is good, jumping is great, strength is marginal. Welcome to the Giants. And now I feel like this team could be a playoff team next year. Based off what we have, but we'll see. I'm going to change the lineup the way I want it. We'll take a look at the the lineup for year 2. The lineup for year number 2 is looking something like this, where we're going to start Jonah here still. So here's your offensive line with Theo Johnson, and we have another hidden dev tight end in the shadows, which is great. Lenore Sellers, Derrick Henry to help take some pressure off a rookie quarterback. Slayton Neighbors, Robinson. O-line's looking good. Tight end could be better, but I can rock with it. So as far as the offensive playbook is concerned, do we want to change it to something else? I'm gonna still rock with the Giants playbook for now. 7-10 wasn't horrible. We'll see how it goes. But if we don't like it this year, we might change it next year. So Holland, Winston, Adebo, Abdul, or however to say his damn name, Dexter Lawrence, DJ Hicks, Travis Hunter, Drew Phillips, still have Deontay Banks. So yeah, this looks pretty damn good. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 2 with the expectation of the playoffs could be waiting for us, hopefully. So another improvement this year as we go from 7 wins to 8 wins, but obviously not the improvement we were looking for. We're looking to potentially make the playoffs. Offensively, 25th NFL, so I do think an offensive playbook change could be in order. Defensively, continues to be good, so we like that at least. 24-19 from our rookie. Derrick Henry, 13 touchdowns, 150 yards. Slayton with 1,100 yards, 900 from Neighbors, 800 from Wando Robinson. Sacks-wise, we had 10 from Dexter Lawrence, 10 from Brian Burns, and I'm glad we kept Kayvon Thibodeau because he turned in a 9.5 sack season. Our rookie had 7 as well, 1 from Okereke and 1 from Elijah. 4 reception from Okereke, 4 from Travis Hunter. But yeah, still more work to do, just a little bit more work. But I think with another good offseason, we could find ourselves in the playoffs for sure. The $94.5 million in cap space to work with this offseason. So let's see what we got as far as resigns are concerned. So obviously Neighbors is 100% a accept of a 5th-year option. Okereke is up to superstar dev. Henry was only a 1-year thing. Runyon, Hyatt. Okay, so it's actually not that bad. So we should be going into free agency with a ton of money. Now, obviously, I do want to keep Okereke, so that's going to be a little bit of our money gone. But Okereke might say no to us. Let's see. And he is going to test free agency. Now, franchise tagging him at a linebacker would cost us 18. I think I'm good on that. So Runyon might be the only other guy I could be interested in for a 1-year return. Okay, so $88 million in cap space to work with, and I'm all in this offseason. I think I want to be like a contender next year, basically. So we've gone 7-10 to 8-9. I'm ready to be like 12-5 or something. So let's take a look at the lineup again before we head into free agency. But our defense has been damn good, which is awesome. Our offensive line has kept improving. But tight end, so if there was, and then Sellers up to an 8-3 overall already. So Tracy Sellers as a backfield isn't bad. If there's a running back we could sign, we might do it. We'll see though. Tight end Theo Johnson's fine. So I don't really know if there's much I want to change in the offense, but we'll see what's in free agency for us. Defensively, obviously just lost him at a linebacker, but Hicks, I mean, this is really good defense. So I'm actually really cool with what we have, but I guess we'll see what's available to us. So let's go look at free agency. And based off whatever there is, because I have a ton of money to work with, we'll just go after best talent available. So funny enough, these are the only 2 guys I'm interested in. This free agency class is a little lackluster. We could go for like one of the good old linemen too, don't get me wrong. But we're actually doing, actually, you know what? I'm going to throw Tyler Smith an offer too. Because we just brought back, obviously, the, I've already forget his name. But I don't know if we'll get Tyler Smith. He's not even interested in coming here. Brandon Branch is interested, but the Dolphins and Seahawks definitely have a shot at him too. But Brian Branch is by far my favorite free agency here, obviously. So he's 25 years old. So I'm going to throw him a big offer and see if he'll sign with us. So we'll see if that changes his mind. Tyler Smith probably not going to sign with us, but Bobby Okereke should be back. So fingers crossed we at least get Brian Branch. And he does sign. So we get Brian Branch and then Tyler Smith. I'm going to go ahead and throw him a big offer too, because you never hate improving your offensive line. That gives us 25 million still to work with. So we'll see if Tyler Smith and Okereke. Tyler Smith is still considering his options, and I'm going to assume we don't get him. And we got him, actually. Wow. So Tyler Smith signed, so 90 overall, and we have $25 million in cap space. So to me, I'd prefer if we make a trade. I don't really care about the draft anymore. We're kind of putting together a contender, at least what my hope is. So here's your new improved O-line, so that looks good. So I guess if there was one position I wouldn't hate upgrading, it maybe is getting another wide receiver for... or even a tight end, like maybe one of those, because our defense has been good, and we just added, obviously, Brian Branch. So that's going to make our defense even better. Another pass rusher would be great, but I think I'm fine with this. So I think I want to get our offense another weapon through a trade. So that's going to be the plan, whether it's tight end or a wide receiver. I'm going to see if we can go find another trade to improve our weaponry on our offense. I'm going to offer pick 14 for Trey McBride. Obviously, the Cardinals might eventually head in towards a rebuild, potentially. I'm not saying they are rebuilding, but Kyler Murray might eventually be gone off that team, and who knows what they'll be after that. So would they take the 14th overall pick for Trey McBride? I think they would, right? And they do. So Trey McBride is now a Giant. So that gives us exactly what I was kind of hoping for, a huge upgrade at that tight end spot. So Lenore Sellers has another great weapon. So that feels great. And now we can go into the draft with round 2 and 3. And we'll be good with whatever we take. Honestly, it doesn't even matter what we get. But we have what we're looking for, which is awesome. So we got a tight end, Malik Neighbors. Like, we just got to change the offensive playbook. And I think we'll be a damn good team in year 3. So that looks good. And we'll go see what we can do to improve the team even further in the draft. So round 2, the Cowboys are picking number 2 overall, which is interesting. Eagles, Commanders at the bottom, for, of course, as far as the NFC East is concerned. All right. So pick 46, we got Anthony Orchard. So I don't hate that. Or we could take a running back, which I think I am going to take Terrence Jackson. So Terrence Jackson going to be our round 2 pick. Give another, weapon on offense once again. So welcome to the Giants, Terrence Jackson. Get some pressure over there on our, Tyrone Tracy. And then for round 3, this will be the last pick, hopefully, of the video, because we'll be in the playoffs next year and go win a damn Super Bowl. We have Belton, Cofield, Tap, Van Buren, and then Will Bloom. I'm going to get Will Bloom here. Just get ourselves another linebacker for depth, and that will be our offseason. So this team looks good. Let's go take a look at the lineup for year 3, and let's see if this team is ready to be in the playoffs and win a damn Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and take a look at this lineup for year number 3. So this is what it's looking like. You have Lenore Sellers, Tyrone Tracy, Malik Neighbor, Slayton, Wando Robinson, Trey McBride now, Brown, Booker, Jonah, Smith, Andrew Thomas. Defensively, obviously the defense has been great throughout the video, so I'm expecting the same thing to continue. But our offense has been the one that's been kind of lackluster. So let's see if we can change this playbook. I think I might go with Kansas City's playbook, just so Trey McBride gets involved. And we'll see if that works out well. So we'll roll with that and see if that pays off. I'm hoping it will. So let's find, or Minnesota's could be interesting too, which I don't hate the idea of. You know what? Screw it. Let's do Minnesota's. I don't use theirs that often, but I've had success with it before. So rock with Minnesota's playbook. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Expectation is playoffs, and hopefully that will be the case. So at the end of the season, we actually went 13-4. Now, either we missed the playoffs at 13 wins, which probably didn't happen, right? Or we got the bye, and we got the bye, which is awesome. So we're going to be playing the lowest seed remaining out of the next round, which is great. So do we have anybody? No, it doesn't look like we have any like top 3 guys, but I'm assuming both sides of the ball were obviously awesome this year. Offensively, we weren't as great as I thought we were, but defensively, we must have been damn good. And yeah, first NFL on defense. So that's awesome. 25-12 from Lenore Sellers. Still a better season than the past one. Tracy with 6 touchdowns, 155 yards. Slayton with 1,200 yards. Neighbors didn't reach 1,000 yards at all in this video, which is really disappointing, but whatever. Sacks-wise, you had 10.5 from Brian Burns, 10.5 from Lawrence, 7.5 from Kayvon Thibodeau, 3.5, 3.5, and 3, and 1.5 from Javon Holland. 5 receptions from Travis Hunter, 3 from Branch, 2 from Holland, and 1 from Drew Phillips. So, damn good team, and finally paid off, having a good record. But let's go see we're playing in the next round, as it will be the Detroit Lions. So the Lions will come in to MetLife, so let's see if we can take care of them and head to the NFC Championship. So let's see if we can knock off Jared Goff and the Lions here in our first playoff game of the video, and we will go up 3-0. Good start, but we need touchdowns preferably, and the Lions will get stopped on 4th down. They miss a field goal. How do you miss a 22-yard field goal? We kicked 2 field goals so far, and they are not out of it yet, but we got a score here. We do 12-0. Try to go for 2. So now there's 3 minutes 39 seconds left, and the Lions get stopped again. They have 3 timeouts to try to get the ball back. They don't. We're gonna win in a very ugly way. 12-7 is ugly, but it is a win nonetheless, and we will take it. And I'll see you guys in the NFC Championship. And now it's time for the NFC Championship game against the same team as usual. It is our fellow division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles. So they will start off 7-0, so good start for them, and we will get a field goal and an interception from Micah McFadden. Can we score off the pick? And we do not. So it's 7-3 still with 1:28 in the second half. We'll get another field goal. It's only a 1-point game. Good score here again, 7-14. Nice. And can we hang on to this lead into the fourth quarter? It looks like we might bleed the clock out. Yep, it looks like we're going to hang on. We're going to have another ugly win, and we'll take it. So it's going to be a 14-7 victory over the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Been very low scoring both times, but now let's go see who's awaiting us in the Super Bowl, as Hurts only had 88 yards against our defense. That's what I like to see. Super Bowl Sunday time against the Baltimore Ravens of all teams. So obviously a tough matchup, but let's see how this is going to go as we go up 3-0. They'll respond with a touchdown, and then we'll respond with a touchdown as well, and an interception from Debo. 17-7. Great things going on right now, but the Ravens could always get back in it. It's 14-17, so we need to... Ooh, this is going to be scary, but the Ravens are going to never get the ball back, or I guess they did, and it didn't look like they did anything with it. So just like that, that is how the video will win. So every single playoff game was extremely low scoring, but that's kind of what our defense brought. Our offense was just good enough. So we'll take that. A Super Bowl is always better than no Super Bowl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.